Christmas season is almost here, and I'm starting to teach Christmas songs in my piano lessons. And my niche really is playing by ear, playing hymns by ear. Notice that I was looking at my hands while I was playing that. I was not looking at notes. There's lots of piano teachers out there that can teach you how to read notes, and they can do a good job doing that, but that's not what I do. What I teach is playing hymns by ear, and I don't teach playing classical by ear. You have to read notes for classical. And I don't teach playing choir accompaniment music by ear. You can't do that. You have to read notes for that. So notes have their place. But for hymn playing, I really do believe that playing by ear is the best. I get comments all the time that my hymn playing is unique, it's really good, so I've tried to analyze, well, what's good about it? And this is what it is. It's playing it by ear. It's having done it for many years, I've imitated other great pianists, great gospel pianists, and so I've developed some techniques. But that's my niche, and I'm gonna finish the rest of this video showing how to arrive at what I played at the very first there. That was Silent Night. It's in the key of C. If you've heard me give lessons before, you know that most hymns have 3 chords. They have the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. Now the 1 chord is normally played just with 3 notes. In the key of C, the 1 chord is C, E, G. The 4 chord is also the same 3 notes, or it's also 3 notes, just different notes. It's F, A, C, that's the 4 chord, okay? 1 chord, 4 chord. And then the 5 chord is, in the key of C, it's a G, okay? That's G, B, D, 5 chord. Now the 1 and the 4 are played just like I showed you, but very often the 5 chord is played with an added 7th, which you just take that G and you drop it a whole step and add that F. You can add the F, or you can substitute the F for the G. You can do it in many different ways. You can do it like this, you can do it like this. Very different inversions. Okay, lots of different inversions for a 7th, but the 5 chord often has the 7th in hymn playing. Now what I'm going to do is show you how to play this Christmas carol simply and add the chords to it as you get more advanced. Step 1 is to play the melody. In the key of C, that's easy. You can probably pick it out by ear. If you can't, then go to the hymn book and read it, but only read the top line. That's the only thing the hymn book is good for piano playing is teaching you the very top line. It's called the soprano in choir. But either way you do it, whether you pick it out, it's best if you just pick it out by ear. Start on G and then play the melody. Okay, and now I'm gonna move this camera over to see my hands more, since we're kind of changing what we're doing here. All right, so hopefully you can see that. There we go, we're on a G. Silent night, holy night. Go through the whole song and learn the melody, where you can play it with 1 finger. And you can use different fingers. You don't have to do it like this. I just mean no octaves, no chords, just 1 note melody, okay? Learn the whole thing that way. Then the next step is going to be add chords, and we can do that one of 2 ways. We can do it with or we can do it with 3-note chords in the right hand. Either way we do it, we have to figure out which chord goes with the melody. And you might think that's really hard to figure out, but it's made much simpler if you remember rule number 1 about hymns, that there are usually only 3 chords in any hymn. And in this chord, that's exactly what we have. We have 3 chords, the 1 chord, the 4 chord, the 5 chord. So I suggest that students experiment a little bit and try to guess which chord goes with this. So let's say you guess a C. Well, that sounds pretty good. Let's try one of the other 2 chords and see how it sounds. No, that doesn't sound right. How about this one, which is the 3rd chord, the G chord, G7th? No, that's not right either. It's this one. You see, that's what I mean by playing by ear. It's what sounds right, okay? That's the whole thing with ear playing, all right? So, and there's another way you can tell which chord goes with it. Silent night, silent night, okay? And that little passage right there contains an E and a G, which are 2 of the elements of a C chord, C, E, G. So it's very likely that C is the chord that goes with that section of the melody. The melody is the driver. The melody is in the driver's seat. It should be the most prominent. It dictates which chords go along with it, okay? So we can go and be confident that that's correct because we've got a G and an E. Now, if we wanted to be a little more precise, we could go because we did have an F there, but it's a very short transitional note, and we don't really need it. So it's a little simpler to just go. Okay, and that's with a bass and a melody, or you can just do it. Or you can do it with a 3-note chord. Or you can do. Okay, now we're going to go to the next phrase and figure out what chord goes with that. Okay, here's the melody. Okay, leave off that last part. Let's just go. Just that, okay? Now, what chord goes with that? You could do the trial and error method, okay, which we did. Here's the C chord, G, E, C, E, G. You can have any inversion you want. I like the highest inversion possible. But try it, okay? See if it goes with it. No, it does not. That sounds terrible. We're playing by ear, remember? No, that's not it. Ah, there we go. Now that sounds good. See how your ear is satisfied now, right? Another way you can tell is, what does the melody do? D, B. Well, D, B, G is a G chord, so there's a very good chance it's going to be a G chord. But remember that G is the 5 chord in the key of C, and so you can put the 7th with it, and often you should put the 7th with it. And the 7th with a G chord is just adding an F, or substituting an F for the G, either one. This is a G7th, this is a G7th, there's G7ths all over the place. Lots of different G7ths. I like this one. It's whatever sounds good. Okay, now we're off to the next phrase. Again, the trial and error method might be, try your F. No, that doesn't sound right. No, that doesn't sound right either. You see, we're only trying 3 chords. There's only 3 possibilities. So it's a really quick process of elimination. So that's the one method. The other method is, oh, well, there's 2 of the elements of a C chord. There's the other one. That's a C chord. So if it's got 2 of the elements of the C chord in it, the accompanying chord is probably going to be a C. Okay? And this is what we do through the entire song. Next melody part. Oh, that's an F. See that? You can do it in a 3-note chord system. Or you could do Or you could do. Okay, lots of different ways to do it, but ear training opens up all these wonderful possibilities that you can't have by reading notes. Notes restricts you. They put you in a box. And that's fine if you're playing classical, but it's not fine if you're playing hymns, okay? So I think I'll stop there because I don't want the video to get too long. But that's how we do it. And I'm going to back the camera out again. And I'm going to play the whole thing for you in simple format. Just finger and chords. Play full version with octaves so you can see how you can progress as you get increasing skill level. Okay, here's the melody.